Hello and welcome back, Geeks and Gamers, to your E3 recap. My name is Ray. Once again, it did not change. It won't change. I don't know. It might change. Who knows? It's 2018. Anyway, today I am joined by three Jeremy Griggs.
Wow, he gets the first introduction.
Well, there's three of you, so I mean, if anybody's looking at the screen, they would understand. But anyway, I'm kidding.
Inside joke.
Once again, back, Tony Sin.
Yo,
hey, thank you for coming back. I love
Absolutely.
you. I appreciate you. You've been the real one this whole time.
I tried, man. What the fuck?
You bailed on us for.
Then you heard him. He's back after working for the man. Aaron's here.
Hi. Yeah.
And like I talked about before, we finally got him here. Officially, this is the one episode that John Boyega hates the most. Jeremy Griggs is here, folks.
What's up, Geeks and Gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video. And I appreciate you guys having me on. Let's talk about some video games. We don't do anything else on this channel. It's just all video games all the time is what we talk about.
That's it.
Right.
It's literally just gamers.com.
That's all it is. So, but now I'm looking forward to talking some E3. You guys are going to have to catch me up on some stuff too. You know, I've been so buried in Star Wars and power outages and all this other stuff. So I'll have some questions for you guys, but I do have some thoughts on both conferences.
That's good. Well, this episode, my friends, we will be talking about Sony, their show, which was a little weird, a little churchy, which was a little creepy, and then Nintendo. You know, wow, if you do that again, you're out.
You said he was the real one this whole time.
I lied.
He just did.
Anyway, so we will start with Sony, because Sony went first, and they opened their show in this weird ass tent with like little like patio lights, and then they made a reference to the church scene in Kingsman, and I was like, oh my god, Sean Layden's gonna kill all these people. I was so worried.
You know what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to make it look like the area in that first trailer we saw.
So then they pulled out a note. They're just like, all right, here you go. This is what we're gonna do. Well, right into The Last of Us. Last of Us 2. And the trailer in The Last of Us 2 looked just like the room that all those people were in, which was really cool, but also really creepy. So, newsflash, The Last of Us 2 is hella gay. They had a real long girl kiss. It was
about 11 minutes long, huh?
Oh, man, that was a long kiss. But then we saw Ellie stabbing a bunch of people and shooting a bunch of people. And killing a bunch of people. Like,
it was glorious.
Oh man, it looks so good. The action is so smooth. The sounds are incredible. Like, this game series, you know this series is top notch all the way around. But this one they polished even on top of the polish that they had before. It's insane. The one part that sticks out to me the most is when she's running between those dudes and they're all shooting at her. She shoots one of their friends and they call him out by name when he dies, and I'm like, oh shit. Like, I know that was scripted, but that caught me off guard. I was like, that man might have actually had a family, but he's dead now. So, man, what y'all think of that? Just the first trailer. Ugh.
No, I thought it was obviously this is probably one of the most anticipated games of the year for sure. Obviously, The Last of Us is one of the greatest games of the past few generations we've played. A lot of anticipation, and yeah, it looks incredibly realistic. I mean, The Last of Us is one of those games where you really you don't even have to play the game. You can watch the game and still get an amazing experience by watching someone else play it. It's that good. It's a cinematic experience. So yeah, obviously, it gave us everything we were looking for. Yeah, it's gay, and they want to put extra emphasis on that. I'm a person that can't stand any kind of love bullshit in any kind of media. I don't care about fucking relationships. I'm just sorry. I just don't. Just let me fucking kill people.
Just let me murder everybody.
But so it's fine. You want to have a shit kiss in there? That's cool. My problem is all the goddamn fucking gaming sites just keep using that and posting that and like shoving it in our faces. Like, we don't really care. Like, that's cool, whatever. But why did that put so much emphasis on it? We care about the gameplay, and the gameplay looks phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And it's probably going to contend for Game of the Year, as it should. And I anticipate that being a 10 across the board once it releases. So yeah, it looked incredible. So
yes. So a lot of nice kissing. And
The funny thing is, though, is that people are acting like this is news. You know,
seriously though, yeah, I'm like, it's not.
In the Left Behind DLC, they show younger Ellie kiss what was her name, Riley? Yeah.
Yes.
I just played that a couple days ago.
This is not new. This has always been there. They're just kind of like, hey, this is this character, and you should know this. Pretty much is what I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
But enough about The Last of Us, because unless Aaron, did you want to talk about that kiss one more time?
There's not. I mean,
fuck Aaron and I's
there's
thoughts.
right. No, there's not much to say about the game that it hasn't already been. It's. I mean, if it's not going to be the Game of the Year, I don't really know what else is going to be that year. But it looks absolutely incredible. The graphics look incredible. The gameplay looks amazing. So that's obviously a day one buy, if not like going to the midnight release of it. So
by the way, we did not get a release date for that.
No
mention of that whatsoever.
We didn't get a release date for anything. I don't think so.
One or two of them I thought we did, but
were you guys like surprised that they started the show with that and didn't end with it, or start and end with it?
No, I'm glad they started with it.
I like starting out with a punch. I like it. It sets a tone. It's like we're about to blow your ass away. Here we go.
Yeah,
I like it.
I was definitely surprised by it. The cool thing is I just got done beating Last of Us for the first time like a week and a half ago. So I didn't have to wait as long as you guys have.
Man.
So but it's a beautiful game. Now it's like one of my top fives probably. Super excited. It looked beautiful. I'm with that story still fresh in my mind. I'm just so ready to dive back into this world.
Yeah, man. Especially, you said, "Oh, you surprised?" No, because Microsoft started with Halo. So, man, you start with what you know and what's your big guns. So, but then next is a new one that we got a tease of a few years ago. Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh man,
looks so good.
Sucker Punch,
so damn good.
Blowing my mind as usual. So I was telling Tony, "Oh man, Sucker Punch is a great game. Infamous, those games are incredible." And Tony's like, "I never played an Infamous game." You gonna learn, Tony. This studio is talented, and if anything by this demo proves it. My God.
I've been raving about this to like anybody that would listen the past couple of days. Like I've been showing everybody the gameplay of this because it's such a pretty game. Like I can't imagine what it's gonna look like in 4K, especially that ending scene where all the red leaves are on the ground and the storm's rolling in the background. Oh, it's like one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And they had me from that one moment when he first comes up to those soldiers and he takes that first guy down with one slice.
And it was
I was like, you have my attention.
Is now as beautiful as the gameplay looked, which was mind-blowing, like that scenery and the trees, everything, the grass. Did you guys notice the one weird thing about that though?
What's that?
Or was it just me?
What was it?
Like that grass
his
shirt
ghillie
thing
suit?
he was wearing, his suit that he was wearing when he was riding the horse, and it was kind of it was meant to be like flapping in the wind, I guess, or blowing in the breeze, but it looked really like PlayStation 2, like a sharp.
I was too busy looking
up
at
and down.
I had no idea.
It was just weird. Like it just while it was happening, go back and watch it. While it was happening, I was like,
I'm gonna have
this is
to
kinda
now.
taking me out of this. It was just weird. It was really weird that one specific thing was like not on par as everything else in the entire game that they showed.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Just between this and The Last of Us, this is actually more exciting to me. Just because
I can understand that
because it's something new and it's something. Yeah. It's a whole new experience and it's exciting and it looks fucking phenomenal. It really does. The gameplay.
I'm a big hack and slash guy too. And we need more of that.
And so just the environment, the graphics, the gameplay, it's really exciting. I mean, don't get me wrong, The Last of Us 2 is going to be amazing. We all know it is, but we've been there and we've done that. And I don't expect them to – they're not going to reinvent the wheel with that game. It's just going to be more of the same greatness that we already know, whereas this is just a whole new experience right here. And I knew nothing about this. When I saw that trailer, I'm like, holy shit, this looks incredible. So, yeah, I'm 100% on board with this.
Yeah, man. So moving on from that one, then this was a surprise for me. This next game was actually a surprise for me. Control. I knew nothing about Control. When I first saw it, I was like, this looks a lot like Quantum Break, which was an exclusive for the Xbox One.
Amazing game, by the way.
Yeah, beautiful, wonderful game. But when I saw this, I was like, this looks a lot like that game. And then I saw that Remedy, the folks behind, Max Payne and Alan Wake, also did this game. I was like, that's it. That's why. This game looks amazing. It's like PsyOps meets Quantum Break. I was like, it looks so good. And this will be one of the prettiest, most well-working games I feel like we will ever get.
I haven't even seen this trailer yet. I'm watching it as we fucking speak. It does look incredible.
Dude.
This looks like some Inception Matrix type shit.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
It looks so good.
I haven't even seen this yet.
And if you look at it and watch it in 4K, if you ever get the chance, oh my God, it's gorgeous.
Wow.
But there's so much environment destruction that just looks so vivid and like piece by you could just see every little stone in a wall that breaks. Oh, it's beautiful.
Wow.
We don't know anything else outside about this game besides what they just showed us in that trailer. I don't think they did any other interviews or demos at E3 from what we know so far.
I don't think so. I haven't seen anything about it.
But man, I want to know more about this game.
Me too. That looks like Doctor Strange mixed with the Matrix and Inception.
Oh my God, yes.
Holy shit.
But
I'm glad you mentioned that.
That one just came out of nowhere. That was a game that surprisingly did not leak anywhere. Was just literally a surprise to the Sony show. Just okay. I don't know what it is, but I want more of it. Please and thank you, Sony. Anybody else want to say anything else about Control?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you finish, but all I'm gonna say is I would have been just as happy with another Alan Wake though.
Boy, don't nobody care.
Never played Alan Wake.
Alan Wake has like this cult following.
It really does.
Such a great game. It was such a great game.
Yeah.
This looks awesome. This looks awesome. The
Control
looks incredible. I can't wait to see more about it and learn what it's actually about.
Oh yeah, and especially after Quantum Break. I mean, I'm like one of 8 people on the planet that absolutely loved that game.
I love Quantum Break, every part of it.
Oh, well, that's because of one of 8 games on the planet that's an Xbox One exclusive.
Oh! I'll actually give you that.
It was a great game, and I was really hoping that Remedy was going to do something soon, even if it wasn't a Quantum Break game. You could still see it's kind of in the same vein, so I'm happy about that for sure.
By the way, Aaron, you would have enjoyed the live stream that Lauren and I had earlier because we got into a console versus PC debate with the people in it. And I got to say, I got destroyed by the PC crowd. It was like 75-25. I apologize. There's a plane going overhead. But, yeah, so I got destroyed probably like 75-25. But then somebody dropped a super chat, $25 super chat just to say console. I'm like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Just that one guy.
Yeah, you just swung the pendulum right there.
Lauren is one of the few PC gamers that's not one of those elitist nerd mentality types.
Yeah, I
know.
know.
Also beat up Aaron, so this is fun.
Not true.
This is very true. Anyway, moving on. We finally got to see one of the worst kept secrets in the industry. The Resident Evil 2 remaster.
Oh my God! Yes,
remaster remake.
Remake.
Yes, man. It's very good looking. The only Resident Evil that I like is 4, so I might give this
one you like.
That's the only one I like. Is 4.
Yeah, man. Like the first one?
I'm taking your gamer card, man.
Come get it.
What? Who have I brought on to hire this? Who's hosting this show? What is
You're
wrong?
welcome.
How much Ritalin did I take when I made this?
Hey, I'm Ray, by the way, and I didn't like Resident Evil 1.
Oh my God! All right, first of all, let's talk about this. What didn't you like about Resident Evil 1? That's what we need to start with.
I mean, okay. Follow-up question: why would I like Resident Evil 1?
It was an amazing game.
Dude, that game was incredible.
Time and place, fellas.
Okay,
time and place.
Did you play it way after the fact, or did you play it when it first came out?
Of course I didn't play it first when it came out. I just played it after fact, yeah.
So Tony and I were onto it.
Time and place.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a few decades younger than some people.
I can understand.
Hey, whoa.
I can understand that to an extent. It still doesn't completely get you out of the woods because that game is it's the music, the atmosphere. I know the gameplay is clunky and it's dated. But if you played, what was it, Tony? Didn't they do a remastered version for Xbox One?
They did one for GameCube, and I think they just ported it over.
Okay, no, I think they came out with a completely different remaster, like for Xbox One. I would have to look that up, but the game's incredible, man. Resident Evil 1 is still one of my favorite games of all time. But Resident Evil 4
that's fine. Resident Evil 4 is the GOAT, though.
No, 4 is the best. That's the last Resident Evil I ever cared about.
Although I've yet to play, I've been sitting right here.
5 is my favorite.
What?
You can get the fuck out. I'm sorry. No. No, sir.
Next thing you know, he's going to say 6 is a runner-up.
No, 6 is trash, but 5, the co-op in 5 was amazing, man.
That was
a fun game to play.
It was a fun co-op action game, but it was not
Resident Evil.
The more I learn about you fuckers, like, shit, you like 5? Like Resident Evil 5 more than 4.
We did this. I didn't say I liked it better. I just said it's my favorite because I had more fun co-oping that game than I had, fun playing Resident Evil 4 alone.
I also enjoy a nice, cool gin and tonic, but they're not great. So,
7
take everything with a grain of salt coming from Killer Crocs over there. So.
You've been waiting to use that one. Good God. Anyway, they have a new gore system that they've worked into this game. So I'm
gore system.
Their gore tech. That's nasty. Anyway, we got another Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. And by the way, I've been looking at the comments. I know we haven't talked enough about Kingdom Hearts 3, but we could do a whole goddamn show about Kingdom Hearts 3, okay?
And I don't want to be there for that because I'm still working on the series and I don't want spoilers.
You wouldn't understand anything that we talked about anyway. The story doesn't make sense, Tony.
Kind of like
learn
Zelda.
this.
Well, none of it makes sense.
It doesn't make sense.
And just to keep up with the people that commented in the YouTube videos, just for the hell of it, to mess with them, can we just instead of talking about Kingdom Hearts 3, can we all just give a pick, like yes or no? Do you think it's actually going to come out on its release date?
Everybody just give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Yeah. Yes or no?
No, that's a no for me, dog. That's going to be a no for me, dog.
No for me, dog.
When do they have it? And they slated like 2019 in January? Isn't that what it was?
I'm pretty sure it's slid to 2019.
Yeah, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah, but they showed off the Pirates of the Caribbean world.
I thought it looked great. I thought it
looks awesome,
fucking amazing.
Really
I did not anticipate that.
I liked how all the other trailers we've seen, it's stuck with the the look of the old previous Kingdom Hearts games and stuff. But when the Pirates of the Caribbean shit was going on, it like switched to a realistic look for all the other characters. Even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it almost looks like CGI, just straight up.
Yeah, I do that. I was like, what the hell is this? And even in the group chat, Aaron was like, what the fuck is this? Another pirate game? Because pirates has been the theme of E3 apparently. And
I hear that Johnny Depp is actually voicing all the lines for Jack Sparrow in this. So
that's
pretty cool.
That's cool.
Everybody complained saying the theme of E3 was going to be Battle Royale, but really it was pirates.
Pirates.
And Samurai.
And Samurai. Yeah. Oh, man. So it's not about Kingdom Hearts. Sorry, y'all.
No, it looks great. It looks fun. I'm excited to see all the new worlds and stuff in there. I was really hoping they were going to show off the Big Hero 6 world, but I was reading that apparently the cinematics for it aren't done yet. That's why they haven't shown it off.
Oh, that's because the game's not done.
Right. The Frozen world's better than the Big Hero 6 world anyway.
How dare you? I love Frozen, but don't say that. Don't say that. Anyway, y'all ready to get weird?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh,
because the Sony conference got weird when they showed Death Stranding.
Super weird.
I didn't see it live, so you guys are gonna have to.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, but I cannot explain this to you because it still doesn't make sense.
There's nothing to explain. I mean,
Jeremy, I just need you to watch it. Just like even if we're done, or while we're sitting there, watch the Death Stranding trailer.
I'm doing it right now.
It makes no sense, but it looks cool as shit. I've
never been a big fan of them putting like Norman Reedus is in it.
Yeah, this one's like
Mads Mikkelsen is in it too.
Hollywood video game is what it is.
Lindsay Wagner's in it too.
See, look at the live reactions right here, folks. Jeremy, see
this is great.
Opening sheet. What the? Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it gets weirder. Believe me.
It gets weirder.
So when we first saw Death Stranding,
Jesus Christ, it's an 8-minute trailer.
Oh yes,
There's gameplay and shit in it too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man. So yeah, it's a ride.
Wow. So speaking of what Tony just said, I thought it was awesome that we did actually see real gameplay from this game.
Finally.
Even though the gameplay was basically, like Tony said, to borrow his quote, it was basically Lord of the Rings, the whole trilogy, because it was just him walking.
The whole
gameplay was Norman Reedus walking.
Really.
But it was interesting because
this does look incredible.
they identified him as a deliverer, which we don't know what the fuck that means yet.
Drug dealer.
But that's a little bit more. Drug dealer. If that's what your name is, I'm proud of you. But yeah, we got to see Reedus finally just kind of like in the game doing his in-game thing. Who was that lady at the end?
His sister, I think.
Lindsay Wagner, the
like-
old bionic woman.
Oh wow!
Oh, you mean the very end? Where
Yeah, the
she was
very
just standing there. Okay.
Mhm.
Jeremy probably remembers bionic woman. That's his age range.
Oh yeah,
That's his
definitely.
age range.
This looks crazy fucking. Like, this is some of the best open world stuff I think I've seen.
It's going to be that game where I'm playing it just kind of like wanting to see what happens next because I have no idea what's going on.
Right.
They're doing a great job of keeping everything secret.
Yes, they
Well,
are.
that's Kojima though too. I mean,
It's Kojima,
yeah.
but he's also working with Guillermo del Toro, which is
Right.
great.
Yeah, and nobody really. I don't know if there's one. I don't even know if Kojima knows what's going on in Kojima's head. So
I don't think he does.
I don't know who could actually like explain this game, but
I think that this game is going to be a gift to games. I mean, I saw some people who are like, this game's going to flop, mostly because they don't understand it. But that's
I think
I
that
don't
when I play
understand
this
it, but I'm
game,
still
yeah, I feel like I'm gonna play through this game, beat it, and then it's gonna leave me feeling like the first time I watched Fight Club, where I had to rewatch it right away because I didn't understand what happened, so I had to rewind the VCR tape and do it
I
again.
can see that.
What do we know? VCR. You busted out the VCR.
That's where I first saw Fight Club on VHS, man.
What do we know about this game? Do we know when it's supposed to come out? Do we know?
No,
No.
not even close.
Okay.
We know pretty much that Norman Reedus is in it, and the other couple
Mads Mikkelsen.
Lindsay Wagner, and whoever his the other chick was with the spiky shoulders.
Oh, we
And
also got to see a baby's ass. So yeah, there's that.
that was like the first thing we saw, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's why
And
Jeremy
then
looks
now, I think Jeremy also, if I'm not mistaken, Ray, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Kojima's been working on this game since he left Konami.
right after
So
he left. So as soon as he left, he went on like this whirlwind tour to all these game studios to like shop around for an engine and people to work with. And then he settled on an engine and the people he wanted to work with, and yeah, he immediately started working on this.
So he went from Metal Gear Solid to this.
Right. This is like his
So,
brainchild
that's
that he's been like,
his
you know
line of
how
work.
we all have that big idea that we keep in the back of our head. It's like, man, that's the thing that I would love to do one day. This is his thing, I think. It's just been in the back of his head. He couldn't do it because he's working on something else.
Well, this is one of the best looking open world games I've seen from a gameplay perspective. So
I'll
wow.
be curious to see what it actually ends up as and when it comes out. I'm anticipating like 2020. So
this is like a James
That's
Cameron
fair.
Avatar. Or something.
Oh yeah. Where's that next Avatar? We're supposed to get like 3 more of those, right?
Every week he adds another one to the list. He's like, "Oh, we're up to 8. I'm gonna make 8 in a row." Like, so.
Nice.
I'm like, all right, Cameron, whatever, man.
Whatever. All right. So speaking of samurai, because it's the year of the samurai, or whenever this comes out, Nioh 2 got announced. I just was like, okay, how many more samurai games can we get? Like, for real. That's
Like,
3.
the first one was a sleeper hit though, so this makes sense.
That's true. Nioh came out of nowhere and everybody loved it.
I have yet to play it. What kind of game is it?
It's
A hard one.
It's a Souls-like samurai based game.
Is it difficult like Souls?
Yes.
All right, then they
If
can
not,
keep it.
if not harder, actually.
Then they can keep
Tony,
it.
you want to Tony, you want to jump in on that now.
You want to try? I want you to at least try it, Tony.
You buy it for me, I'll try it.
I don't give you these nuts. Anyway,
It's all about people buying him stuff, man. Like, I'll play if you buy it for me.
So I wasted my money on something I'm not gonna like.
whatever. You gotta try it. No. Anyway, looks good to me. I was like, more Nioh is good Nioh. So, anybody else feeling any particular way about that, or should we move on to the next one?
Yeah, move on, man. Looks cool.
Spider-Man.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
even gonna waste time. Spider-Man looks incredible.
God damn, it looks good.
Oh, it looks so good. The people who making this game, Insomniac, you could tell that they really, really love this project. Oh my God. Just the way it sounds, the way it looks, I can't wait to play it so I can just, know how it feels. I can see people describing it in words and I'm like, I'm tired of seeing that. I want to play it now. Give me.
Here's my question: do you guys think this could top the Arkham games?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. So my personal favorite is still Arkham Asylum because it was the first and it was small, contained.
That's my favorite too.
Isolated. You know, I enjoyed the others, but Arkham Asylum was the best one for me. Spider-Man, I don't know. I think Spider-Man definitely can rival it. I think it potentially can beat it because Spider-Man in an open world web slinging, you know, we've all wanted a high definition.
That is open world superhero Spider-Man.
Right. Web slinging from building to building depends on the story elements that they bring into it. But yeah, I mean, this looks incredible. This is.
I mean, we finally got to see Electro. We got to see Vulture. We got to see Rhino, which Rhino for the first time I think ever didn't look like a fucking moron. Like, for the first
Have
time
you seen
ever.
Spider-Man 2?
Yes.
That's the one superhero movie I refuse to watch. Is Amazing Spider-Man 2. I won't.
One day, give it a shot. It'll be on FX one day. Just watch it. Blue Jamie Foxx.
So I'm gonna be that guy here and say that sure, it looks like a great game. It looks fun. But it doesn't seem like anything completely different from like the Beanox Spider-Man.
I can't wait to see you eat your fucking words.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna enjoy it. I'm not saying it's not gonna be great.
Remember, Tony's the guy that didn't like God of War. Okay.
I loved God of War. I was just ruffling feathers on Twitter. But
well, you didn't clarify that with me, so my opinion just immediately changed of you because I hated you for a while.
No, I fucking love.
You're not talking about the new God of War, are you?
Yeah, he was shitting on the new God of War.
I was talking shit. I think I had a couple beers or something like that. And I was
so Tony, keep talking shit, get shot. That's what happens.
Listen. It just doesn't seem like it's doing anything new as far as Spider-Man.
New? Are you kidding me? This is redoing everything Spider-Man's ever been.
Okay, but look at every single mechanic in the game that we've seen. There's no difference between that and like the Beanox games, or hell, even going back to like.
I'm sorry, Spider-Man's not Green Lantern, Tony, so it's not a different game.
I'm just saying, it looks the gameplay looks almost exactly the same, just with a shiny coat of paint, and I can't stand that big stupid fucking white spider.
Can we talk about those Batman games that were exactly the same every single time, except that one time you could jump from a building and fly to the next one? Yeah, man.
So this Spider-Man game is already better than Arkham Origins and Knight.
Let's not talk about.
So let's say it's better than those two games.
I did, and that. So I'm glad I'm not the only person that didn't really like Knight. So
yeah, it was okay. I liked it, but the tank stuff was bullshit.
Technology in Knight was awesome. That game was beautiful.
Yeah,
but yeah, that Batmobile shit was the worst.
I liked it.
Now the gameplay in Spider-Man looks like the fighting mechanics look like the Arkham games. So it has that going for it, and it could be better than the Arkham games. I'm not sure. Just on a personal level, for me, Arkham Asylum is going to be my favorite anyway because I'm just more of a Batman fan in general than I am a Spider-Man fan.
We all know that favorites can change, but we won't know until we can all play Spider-Man.
Hey, and you know what? I hope it's better than the Arkham games because that's a win for everybody. That just means it's going to be a good fucking game. So.
That's all. Well, I mean, we know it's going to be a good game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
I'm sure it'll be great.
So I mean, we can't say too much.
I'm sure it'll be great.
What they need to do is after this comes out, they need to make a Marvel Ultimate Alliance game with this same engine by the same studio.
No,
guess what? Avengers Project didn't get announced anywhere.
Need a fucking Superman game is what we need.
Jeremy, why'd you bring that up? I'm angry now.
I was hoping it was going to happen. We heard the rumors. The rumors were kind of there on Reddit and all that.
Mad. That's why this E3 sucked. No Superman. 0 out of 10.
I can't understand why they won't do this at this point, man.
I lied a minute ago. Superman's the true open world hero, but I'm not gonna go there because I'm still salty about it. Anyway, that was well. Then I take that back. From Software showed off a PSVR game, but I don't know if you guys care about that.
No. Nope.
Yeah. So anyway, overall, Sony show, I would say good.
What was our favorite things?
Spider-Man for me, but Resident Evil 2 is a close second.
I was legit hyped, like in our chat when that Resident Evil 2 trailer dropped. I was like, "Yo!"
He was freaking out.
He said "yo" like 8 times back to back.
because it's Resident Evil 2, which was a great game, but it's today's graphics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's today's graphics, and it looks incredible.
In today's controls.
Yeah.
Which is one of Resident Evil's problems is they were slow to evolve those games and the gameplay mechanics.
And I think they knew that's because it was part of their charm. I think.
Right.
And so
I think that this game is going to make up for me buying Shadow of the Colossus remake. This is going to make up for my remakes because that remake was trash.
Oh, I remember having that conversation with Aaron. I was like, he was like, "Hey Ray, you gonna buy Shadow of the Colossus?" I was like, "Hell no, those controls are ass." And he was like, "I don't know, man. I'm gonna buy it anyway." Like, I feel like it was a week later.
Nah, it was that night. It was that night that I played it. It was the first night I was like, "This game sucks."
This game sucks. These controls are still bad. I was like, "I told you." Oh man. So yeah, Sony was good. I think it's great. My favorite game from the show. I'm not gonna say The Last of Us because that's great, but for me, I think it was Control. Seeing Control, I'm really excited for what that potentially could be because we just saw a piece of it, like just a piece. I want to know more. Please, Sony, give it to me.
I can't pick between The Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. Like those two are equal for me as far as like my hype train level. So I'm picking two.
I mean,
that's
if we're
not
gonna
fair,
cheat,
I don't
I would have
care.
said the whole damn show.
Yeah. Hey, I've got Sony right now and solidly in first place for E3 over Nintendo, Jeremy, and over Microsoft. So yeah. Just based on the games, based on these just ballpark out of the ballpark knockouts that they showed us, these games, man, like they're a top.
I'll say, I mean, I think that Sony had a better, and Microsoft probably better, had a more well-rounded presentation than Nintendo. Nintendo didn't show much.
I mean, we knew what Nintendo was showing.
But, there was some speculation that Nintendo would show Metroid Prime 4, but clearly it's not ready.
Let's not talk about that either.
Sony's games that they showed were like the coaching of Nick Saban, while Nintendo was more like Bill Belichick, and we all know that Nick Saban's a better coach. So
can we not go there?
I had to put it into words that Jeremy would understand.
Nintendo's a better developer. Nintendo's the best developer. This just is. This is a fact.
Anyways, so my favorite thing from
I'm about to say, let's skip over that.
Hey, look, I'm sorry you guys don't like facts, okay?
No, we don't like sports.
Well, I'm sorry.
I can't eat those, Jeremy. I don't care about facts.
All right, go ahead. We do have to hurry up. Wrap this up in about the next 15 minutes anyway.
So, definitely, not only was it my favorite from, like, Sony's conference, but it's probably my second favorite thing out of all of E3 behind Elder Scrolls 6 reveal or announcement, and that's Ghost of Tsushima, for sure.
I'm glad to hear that. So, all right, boys. Sony was great. Well, I take that back. I'm going to say it. Sony was good.
Now, but before we jump into Nintendo, did you guys think Microsoft or Sony had better presentation?
Presentation? I think Microsoft.
I don't mean presentation. Oh. I mean the details, everything that they presented. Who had a better lineup?
If we're going to literally presentation, I'm actually going to give it to Microsoft.
A Halo announcement.
We'll discuss that later on because a lot of people are going to be mad at me for that.
I already am. I already am.
Sony sold the better games, but the presentation, Microsoft. Anyway,
I'm gonna say Microsoft because they are understanding that they fucked up, and they might not be. They're working towards an even better tomorrow, so they can win the console war next gen.
See, because I got a lot to explain to do because I tweeted about this and I said something completely different, but I've thought since then, and well, like I said, more details to come next week on our wrap-up show. Anyway, so then we had our fun-loving Nintendo.
The Kings.
I wouldn't say that. I mean,
nah.
I mean, they live in the kingdom, but the Kings. This year they were kind of like, "Hey, we're here, we're Nintendo, woo!" And that was basically how their show felt.
It's like, hey, here's Mario. Everybody cheer.
So for this one, I'm actually just going to go through the list of games first.
Hey, they could have rolled out PlayStation Battle Royale All Stars 2.
Don't bring that up. That
exactly.
hurts. Oh man!
If it's so easy to make these games, then why was PlayStation Battle Royale All Stars a complete disaster?
It wasn't a disaster. It just wasn't good. Okay.
That game was such garbage. I bought that game because I'm like, fuck Kratos in a Smash Bros type game. And I played it. I'm like, this is the most generic piece of shit I've ever played.
That game was not good.
Oh, so bad. So bad. So Smash is not an easy game to make because nobody else can make it.
Well, nobody, because Sakurai is a god. So,
nobody else can make a
list of games Nintendo went through that came out or they talked about, and then you guys just talk about your favorites. Sound like a plan?
Sounds good.
All right. So, Nintendo, Daemon X Machina, or like I like to call it, Anime Armored Core. They showed DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Super Mario Party, that was a surprise.
Hell yeah.
Fortnite on Switch, worst kept secret in the industry, like the number one. Fire Emblem, Three Houses. So like Game of Thrones, Fire Emblem, cool. They announced a whole bunch of other like games that are coming, like Fighters and Hollow Knight and some other stuff. Cool. But then what they all came there to actually talk about, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That name, so simple, yet it works.
They should have called it Super Smash Brothers Infinity War. That's what they should have called it.
No, but then is it too? I can spoil that movie now, right? It's been long enough.
Yeah, you can.
Well, then half the roster would have been there. Lol. Anyway. But yeah, I really just wanted to talk about Smash Bros. With y'all.
I want to give a shout out to Mario Party because I did not see that coming, and I love the fuck out of that idea.
Hopefully, it's better than the last one.
Oh no, the last few have been terrible.
The one on the Wii U was not good.
Yeah.
So, but it looks good. Like I will say that from what we saw, looks like fun.
Yeah,
because Mario Party is always about fun and ruining friendships.
Yes.
So give me some of that.
but obviously, there's only if you take Smash Bros out of this Nintendo Direct, it is
not
bad.
It's not great.
Really bad.
Yeah,
but you know you can't. So I mean,
because they told us, they were like, "Hey, we're here to talk about Smash Bros," and that's basically what they talked about.
And we didn't know that type of announcement was coming with it having every character in Smash Bros.
Character that's
what is
ever
it,
been in Smash Bros.
60, 70 characters.
65.
Like, incredible, and the announcement of the announcement of Ridley. I've heard feedback from some of the Nintendo YouTube channels, and so it's faster than the Wii U version, but it's not quite as fast as Melee. So it's kind of it's that sweet spot, you know.
Okay, that's good.
So it's sped up some. The player mechanics are definitely going to feel more. I think they said it's going to feel a little bit closer to Melee than a lot of people were expecting. So that's going to make a lot of people happy.
That's really good.
Yes, that's going to make a lot of people happy. And the graphics have been updated substantially, considering that the Switch isn't that much more powerful than the Wii U, but the graphics to the naked eye are actually a significant upgrade from what
art style matters, and Nintendo knows theirs works for their stuff. So that's man.
Yeah.
They brought my boy Wolf out of jail. I love Wolf, and I thought I was never going to see him again. I didn't know what they were going to do. I knew they were going to do something. I just didn't think this announcement of the biggest roster of all time, the biggest crossover in video game history. So yeah. I need to look it up, but I want to know the fighting game with like literally the biggest roster. Because I feel like this one's close.
I'll look that up right now while you keep steering the ship.
Mortal Kombat Armageddon, that might be up there.
Mortal Kombat also didn't get announced. I'm mad.
Marvel vs. Capcom had a big one, right?
Probably two.
Yeah.
Really? I don't know if it was quite that big.
I know that it wasn't specifically linked to the Nintendo E3, but in a way it was. But I did want to mention that Starlink game looks awesome.
Yes,
and then for Switch,
great.
we're getting Star Fox in the Starlink game.
I was talking shit on that game. I was like, man, this game looks like trash. Ubisoft was like, by the way, Star Fox. It is like, this game is amazing. Yeah. Please let me buy it.
So I mean,
I got an answer for you. It's Tobal 2.
Okay.
TOBAL 2, PlayStation. Number of playable characters 200.
Oh, what the fuck?
Here, can you guys see it right there? That's it.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna say that one does not count.
I haven't heard of any. Okay, so Dragon Ball Z. Budokai
3?
Yeah, Budokai 3.
Budokai.
Okay, that's great. All right, I'll take that
characters,
one. I'll take that one.
Characters.
God, I love that game.
Yeah, there's a bunch of none of these are like really mainstream games.
Right.
So King of Fighters 2002 had 66.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat Armageddon had 63.
Oh, there you go, Tony. So there we go. But Budokai 3, okay, that was a lot of characters.
Budokai.
I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that.
You ruined my childhood.
Smash Wii U had 58 characters. So
okay.
I think they're going to announce some more characters, right?
They are. I
for the Smash.
I would have to imagine.
So they can. Okay, real quick, and I know Tony probably won't have much input because he's not a Nintendo guy. But for the rest of us, what's one character that you want to see put in? That's
Waluigi.
Waluigi.
That's what everybody wants.
Okay.
Everybody wants Waluigi. Wow.
I want a Monster Hunter character. That's what I want.
And I just think that I mean, at this point, there's few people. I don't even know of any characters they can bring from the outside IP.
Have there been any Castlevania characters in it?
No, that boy Josh Finney's like, put Simon Belmont in the game, and I'm like, shut up, Josh. I don't care.
Yeah, him. I could see them throwing a Xenoblade character in also.
Yeah.
There's already two there. Well, there's one.
Yeah, well, there's one. Yeah, and then there's
And they're giving the Splatoon characters are going to be in there, right?
The Inklings, yes.
Inklings,
I'm very happy about that. Splatoon is incredibly still underrated. It's so underrated.
It's one of the best-selling games in Japan.
I know I said this on one of my live streams. I was talking about Splatoon on the Wii U. The Wii U sold like 13 million. And
every single one has Splatoon on it.
Yes, and it's like it was a brand new IP, and like almost everybody who bought a Wii U bought a damn copy of Splatoon. That's incredible. But yeah, I'm glad that the Inklings are going to be in there. I think Waluigi is probably already a playable character. They have an announcement, but we'll see.
If he's in Mario Tennis, as he should be, he'll be in Smash soon.
Yeah, I can't wait for Mario Tennis Aces. By the way.
By the way, can we confirm that Mega Man died in that trailer? They shot Ridley murdered Mega Man. He's dead.
I wish we could get maybe Bo Jackson from Tecmo Bowl as a playable character.
Well, then if you do that, you got to throw Mike Tyson in there too.
Mike's already in there, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, Nintendo's not going to bring Mike in there. They already wiped him from the game.
They basically erased him from everything.
Yeah,
yes.
Thanos his ass.
Oh, full circle.
Chris Benoit him is what they did.
Oh, no.
Things just got dark.
Jesus.
Oh, no.
Got dark in here.
Well,
wow.
That's been it for this episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pee in a bottle now. This is. Oh man.
Well,
so how much more are we gonna talk about? Is the rest of this show gonna be about Smash, or can I talk about how great Mario Party looks?
Okay, talk about Mario Party if that's what you
Super Mario Party looks. I'm just saying, and I told Jeremy this earlier when we were talking. Mario Party 5 on the Wii or on the GameCube is in my top 5 of greatest games I've ever played, and one of my personal favorites. That game is one of the games that specifically got me through some dark times when I was in Iraq, when I was in the Army. Just that game is near and dear to my heart. This game looks just as good, if not better, than Mario Party 5. I cannot wait.
I agree with you.
And they said what, October?
Yeah,
we're getting this
October 27th.
Oh my God, it's really not that far away. This is awesome.
And there's just, I don't know, man. Nintendo just has the magic formula when it comes to these party games, these multiplayer games. Like I said, Mario Kart, everybody's tried Mario Kart. Nobody can perfect it like Nintendo. Same with Smash, same with fucking Mario Party, all these games, man.
I like how they're getting these online multiplayer games right as we're going to get that pay for Nintendo Online, in September.
I hate to tell you guys, it's going to be ass when it comes out. It's not going to work.
It's going to be crap. It will be crap. Man, I remember.
I love you, Nintendo, but I just don't trust your network.
I will say, though, the Wii U Online was actually pretty damn
It wasn't that bad. You're right.
The Wii was terrible. The Wii, man, I remember playing Mario Kart Wii Online. Jesus Christ.
I remember playing Ball online, and it was so bad.
Yeah, the hacking was out of control, man.
Oh.
But
it was Tony. He was hacking the whole time.
But I will say the Wii U actually performed phenomenal.
And you know why? Because only 6 people were online at a time.
Hey, but that's actually not true, because when Smash came out and it sold 3 million copies opening weekend, the servers never crashed.
I thought you were about to say there was as many Wii U's in the wild as there is Xbox One exclusives.
But yeah, even and when Mario Kart 8 came out for the Wii U, it sold 3 million copies. Not one server issue. Yet you buy Call of Duty, those motherfuckers are crashed before the game anybody even puts the game in.
Now I experienced last night some Nintendo a couple of server blips.
Some jankness,
so you mentioned the best kept secret in the business. Fortnite came out on Switch yesterday after
they announced it. Was that a Nintendo issue or an Epic issue?
Good question.
I don't know. But anyway, Ray and I downloaded it, and we played together last night with a couple other people from the Geeks and Gamers community, Thomas and Phil. And it had a little bit of bugginess, glitchiness to it, but not much, but just enough to every once in a while kind of piss you off.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's because it's janky ass.
This game, I haven't turned on my PlayStation. I haven't turned on my PlayStation all day yesterday or today. because I've been playing Fortnite on Switch. Like, it belongs on Switch, and I'm really glad it's there. I've had a ton of fun with it in the last day, just that game alone.
Yeah, I mean, you told me to download it, so I told you.
Did you download it?
I've been sitting here. Look, man, I bought this like a week and a half ago. I still haven't even played it because I have no time.
Okay, by the way, you need to play that because that game is fucking incredible.
No, I mean, I played it on the Wii U.
Okay, there you go.
But the updated version is it's
so
gorgeous.
good.
It's so fucking
good.
Gorgeous.
I play it every night before I go to sleep.
It's so good. Yeah. You know what? I just got more respect for you, Rafe, just for you saying that.
Well, yeah, but he does it. He does it while drinking LaCroix. So take that respect down a little bit.
But yeah, Fortnite. I guess I'm gonna download it. I've played Fortnite like once on my PS4.
Stop.
Not really my thing.
It's ass.
Kind of like Overwatch. Just never was my thing.
I remember when I used to like Overwatch. I was so into it.
I'm gonna. It's on a Nintendo system now. Now, is there cross play on?
Yes, you can play with everything except anybody on PlayStation.
Yeah.
So you can play with people on mobile, on Xbox and PC, but not PlayStation.
Why is PlayStation being like this?
Because Sony's fucking up. Sony just I don't get it.
They're in such a good position right now. They don't need to let their arrogance get the best of them, man.
But they are, and this is what happens to Sony. Sony does this shit all the time.
Well, Microsoft did it too, though. I mean, and Nintendo's been through this too. I mean, they all get.
That's
arrogant.
why we got the Wii U. That's true.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Nintendo had their arrogant spell where they're like, "Oh, everybody bought a Wii, so we'll just bring a Wii U out." And like Nintendo, no, old people bought a Wii to bowl. They ain't camping out at GameStop for the next system. They ain't doing it,
I'm worried that's what the PS5 is going to be. They love the PS4. Oh no, Cantina man, get out of here.
There's that red ninja.
Yeah, so I mean, even like Microsoft.
Yeah, I just had to bring Star Wars into this.
when I created Geeks and Gamers, Xbox was the system. It was the standard for gamers, and they let their arrogance get the best of them. Sony better watch it because they're in a good position. Mm-hmm. They're firing on all cylinders right now. They're not a direct
position to fuck it up.
Yeah, they're not a direct like Nintendo is never really a direct competitor with Sony. Nintendo has a base, the strongest base in gaming.
People, they got their own audience.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Nintendo has the strongest base in gaming, and it's not even close. Sony and Microsoft are constantly battling for the same crowd because they both typically have the same games. A few exclusives kind of separate them, you know what I mean? But typically, it's your Call of Duty crowd, your Battlefield crowd.
Same box, different games, just
right.
A little bit though.
And Sony better watch it. I mean, like I said, they're in a great position. Their arrogance, they just don't need to let their arrogance get the best of them.
So let people play Fortnite with everybody, Sony, please.
So is this the same thing with Rocket League? You can't do it. You can't play it.
And Minecraft.
It's unbelievable. Man.
It doesn't make sense.
They say that it's because they want to make sure so they said they're open to the idea, but they want to make sure that their players can be safe.
Oh my God! Listen, if Nintendo's doing it,
right?
Jesus Christ, Nintendo's the most stubborn company in the history of companies.
I can't make money off of Nintendo videos on YouTube, so yeah.
Yeah, if Nintendo is allowing this, Jesus Christ, man.
Sony, I love you, but God, you're still a dumb company.
Didn't it happen like on accident once?
Yes, they turned it on accident, and they were like, "Hey, this works with people. You can play with all these people now." And I think it was on Fortnite, and then Sony was like, Fortnite. "Oh, wait, no, don't do that."
Yep. I think they know this by it because you can see some people's gamer tags with like a space in it, and you can't do that on either one of the two. I don't know.
You know what else you can't do with Sony? You can't change your fucking name. There's that still.
Please, Sony.
Do we want to pick our favorites and yeah.
Actually, just change Aaron's name for him. By the way, no, everybody else can wait. Just change Aaron's name because Cat P's got to go.
It's amazing. I love scrolling through my friends list and seeing Cat P. It's hilarious.
That's why I did it for Tony.
Oh God,
appreciate you, dog.
Well, gentlemen, I guess I want to ask you one more question. Of all these games we just talked about, all of them now at this
Sony too. Sony as well.
Sony too. Sony as well. If you had to pick one, what would it be?
Just
Smash.
Sony and Nintendo.
Smash.
Yep, just Sony and Nintendo.
Smash. With
Last of Us 2.
With Mario Party close behind. Go ahead.
Okay.
Last of Us 2 with Super Mario Party right at its tail,
Oh my
nipping
god,
it.
y'all cheating. Tony?
Last of Us 2. Because Ghost of Tsushima, it has the potential to be ass, but we already know what we're getting for the most part. We already for the most part know what we're going to get with Last of Us 2, but Ghost of Tsushima has the opportunity to be ass.
That's true.
This is you. I mean, you're not wrong.
Well, you're wrong.
So
Well,
Ray-
you're wrong. You're wrong for not acknowledging Nintendo's greatness, but you're not wrong for what you said.
I would probably say, I'm also gonna go with Last of Us 2, and Smash. Actually, I take that back. I'm sorry, Jeremy. Last of Us 2 and Daemon X Machina.
Oh my god, I can't.
Yeah.
I don't like any of you. So
It's okay. We still here though.
Hey, what we need to do is probably do some live Google Hangouts on the YouTube channel, which is all gaming, take gaming questions.
Yeah.
I think we can do that. So
I think we can
Do
do
it
that
right now. I am ready right now.
I'm gonna go eat tacos right now. So
Tacos. Well, Geeks and Gamers, all of you in between, thank you so much for watching this Sony and Nintendo E3 recap. As you can see, there are lots of things to look forward to. Some stuff we need to talk. Tony's throwing up weird Nintendo gang signs. I think he's an inkling now. So, all right, we'll see how that works.
Well, he's wearing a Cleveland Cavaliers hat. So what does that tell you?
Absolutely nothing. Anyway, tell us what you liked about these two shows. What did you like at E3? Let us know in the comments. We love to hear from you. We finally talked about Kingdom Hearts. Oh, I might as well mention Cyberpunk 2077. That's all I'm gonna say. But I mentioned it now. You're welcome. Anyway,
Elder Scrolls 6.
Again. Like I said, we have a wrap-up show coming up next week where we're gonna talk longer than this, and this went longer than all of them combined so far. But that's great because we had a lot to talk about. So look forward to that, and I appreciate you all. Come back again. E3's been fun. It's Christmas part 1.
Yee.
All right, let's get out of here, boys.